Part 4. I didn't take off running away from the track and off to the basketball court or Mr. Charles or anywhere else. Instead, I did as Coach asked and sat down. And for the rest of you, mind your business, Coach warned the team. If I hear anything about this, anything at all, you can give your uniform right back. Am I clear? The team shook about the prospect of having to hand over their sweet new jerseys, grumbled, and started their warm up laps. I stayed right there on the bench the whole practice, and Coach never once looked over at me, not even to check if I was still there. It was like he didn't even care. Matter of fact, I could have just got up and left. But that seemed like a bad idea, because I felt like if I left now, I could never come back, and my life on the team would be over for good. So I just sat it out and hoped for the best. But I don't know what the best could have been. I was caught. Didn't really think it would happen. And even though I'd already told Coach the shoes were a gift from my mum, I still had to tell my mum how I got them at some point. And I'd planned on telling her that Coach got them for me and then hope and pray that she never thanked him. When I think about it now, that was the stupidest idea ever. Whoa. Anyway, the point is that I wasn't a thief. I mean, I guess I was, but I wasn't a criminal. I never swiped nothing before. I just needed some new shoes to run in. After practice, everybody came over to me, doing the best they could to hold their words in, but sending me all their what did you do's with their eyes. They each gave me 5 as they left, and it was like they were giving me my final 5. The one that said, "We don't know what's about to happen to you, but hold your head up." The one just before I'd have to walk the plank. "Let's go," Coach threw at me once everybody had left. His words knocked against my chest like knuckles. A two-piece. Let's go. I grabbed my bag and followed him to the car. As I opened the back door, he spat. "Up here," delivering two more of the ribs. He threw everything in the back seat as usual, then opened the passenger side door. I closed the back door and got up front. As we rode through the city, neither of us said a thing. Coach didn't look over at me or nothing. He just bit down on his bottom lip, and occasionally he would shake his head like he was picturing the picture of me at that store over and over again. I thought about trying to explain myself, but what was I going to say? I didn't steal them, because I did. So I just sat there, my legs becoming wooden with fear. When we pulled up in front of my place, Coach cut the car off and opened his door. "Where are you going?" I asked, because he never got out of the car except for the time he had to ask my mum if I could go to the newbie dinner, but that had been weeks ago. The routine was he pulled up front, dropped me off, waited for me to get inside, then pulled over. But he never, ever got out of the car. "What do you think I'm doing, Ghost? I'm going to tell your mother what you did." "Oh no." I fumbled at the handle, trying to get the door open, and scrambled out of the car. "Coach, no, please," I begged. I ran around and got in front, holding my hands up as if I was trying to use some kind of magic force to push him back. Oh man, I'm sounding like Sonny. But hey, please, 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 I pleaded. But Coach pushed past me. He was storming towards my house, and there was nothing I could do to stop him. I grabbed his shirt. "Coach!" He spun around. A tattoo I had never noticed before peeked out from the now stretched out neckline. "Ghost," he said, his eyes closed. "I'm only going to tell you this one time. Let me go." His voice was flat, hard, scary. I let his shirt go and put my hands together. "Please, Coach, you can't tell my mother." It was like a rerun of the first Coach bailout when he came and picked me up from school, and I said pretty much those exact words. And here I was again, asking him not to snitch on me. It was not that I was scared of being punished or anything or getting in trouble with my mum. I was, but that's not why I was begging. I just didn't want to add to the problems. I mean, I'm her only child, the reason she was working so hard, and I went out and did something stupid. But the only reason I did something stupid was because I knew I couldn't ask her for money. And the reason I couldn't ask her was because she wouldn't have gotten the shoes for me. It's because she would have. She would have done anything to get them. I knew that. I just didn't want her to have to give up something else, for me to have some stupid shoes. And now, because I stole them, she'd be disappointed that I didn't come to her